Hi students, if you are first time watching my video, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you will get notification whenever I upload new video on the maths concepts. Also, after watching this video, if the concept is clear to you, don't forget to give a like and share the video with your friends. Now let us start the concept of this video. Sometimes to solve the problems in arithmetic progression, it is necessary for us to select a finite number of terms. Now let us see how to select those terms. Okay. Suppose A is the first term. D is the common difference. Okay. Then if you have to select only two terms, then the two numbers should be of the form A minus D, A plus D. If you have to select three terms, if it is three terms means middle term should be A and remaining two terms will be A minus D, A plus D. If you have to select four terms, then you have to, as it is even number, you have to take the same, you have to follow the same pattern as you have taken for two terms. That is, these two terms will be involved. In middle, you have to write A minus D, A plus D. Remaining two terms will be A minus 3D, A plus 3D. If you have to select five terms, then the middle term should be A, as it is odd, is it not? So we have to write the three numbers which we have taken for the three terms. So here A, remaining this will be A minus D, here it will be A plus D. Remaining two terms will be A minus 2D, A plus 2D. Okay, if you observe these terms, you can, it is clear that if when you have to take an even number of terms, that is, if you take even terms, even terms, then if you have to select even terms, even number of terms, then you have to take such that the middle terms are A minus D, A plus D, and the common difference between them is 2D, such that the common difference should be 2D. If you take even terms, even selection of, if you select even number of terms, okay. If you select odd number of terms, if you observe 3 and 5, here the middle term is A. So A, middle term A will be common, and you have to select the terms such that the common difference between them is D. So if it is even, the common difference between the terms will be 2D. If it is odd number of terms you have to take, means the common difference between them should be D. The middle term for the even number of terms will be A minus D and A plus D. For odd, the middle term will be A. So using this, just remember these terms how to take using this logic, just with this logic. Okay, when it is even means simply you have to, the middle term should be A minus D and A plus D, and remaining term should be such that the common difference is 2D. If you have to select an odd number of terms means simply write down the middle term as A and take the remaining terms such that the common difference is D. Okay, and one more thing is, if they doesn't specify, that is, if they simply gave that sum of the numbers is so and so, then we have to take the numbers of the pattern as A plus 2D, A plus D, A plus 2D, a plus 3d, so on. That is, if they didn't mention a specific number of terms, then just you take this term, take these terms to solve the problem. If they specify specific number of terms, that is whether it is a even number of terms or odd number of terms, then use this pattern, that is use these terms and solve the problem. Okay, now let us see few problems which will be given in the exams on this concept. Okay, let us take two examples and study about this concept so that it will be very clear to you and you can easily understand this concept. Okay, suppose the example is given as, if the sum of three numbers which are in AP is nothing but arithmetic progression, is 15 and the sum of squares of extremes is 58, then those numbers are. So when this type of problem is given, then first, whenever you see this type of problems, first we have to check how many number of numbers they have asked to take. Here we have to take three numbers, is it not? They didn't specify the three numbers, but they gave the condition that sum of the three numbers is 15. So the progression is in arithmetic progression. So when they give this type of problem, first we have to check how many number of numbers they have asked to take. Here there are three numbers, is it not? 3 is nothing but odd number. So when it is an odd number, we have just learned that we have to take those three numbers as, in middle the number will be a, the remaining two numbers will be a minus d, a plus d. These are the three numbers which we have to take. Just now we have learned, is it not? If it is an odd number, the middle number will be a and remaining two numbers here will be a minus d and a plus d. Now using the conditions, you have to find the value of a and value of d. Here in the first statement they have given that the sum of three numbers is 15. So we have to simply add these three numbers. Then definitely you will get either the value of a or either the value of d. So let us check which value you will get. So sum means a minus d plus a plus d. We have to just add these three numbers. Sum of these three numbers is 15. That is what they have given, is it not? So this is equal to 15. D cancels. So finally you will get a plus a is nothing but 3a is equal to 15. So a is equal to 15 by 3 is nothing but 5. So we got the a value using the first statement, that the sum of three numbers is 15. Now the second statement is, the sum of squares of extremes is 58. Extremes means the first term and the last term, except the middle term. Extremes are these two, is it not? These are they at the end. These numbers are at the end. These two numbers are at the end. So the sum of squares of these two numbers is 58. That is what they have given. So that is nothing but a minus d whole square, sum of squares, is it not? So a minus d whole square plus a plus d whole square is equal to 58. That is what they have given. Now let us simplify. So this becomes a square minus 2ad plus d square. It is nothing but a minus b whole square, is it not? Algebraic equation. So I am using that. So this will be a square, a plus b whole square is nothing but a square plus d square plus 2ad is equal to 58. So these two cancels. So we are left with 2a square plus 2d square is equal to 58. Is it not? A square, a square. So it will be 2a square, d square, d square. This will be 2d square. Now let us take 2 common. So if we take 2 common, this becomes 2 into a square plus d square is equal to 58. Now bring 2 to this side. So this becomes a square plus d square is equal to 58 by 2. 58 by 2 is nothing but 9. Now we got a square plus d square is equal to 29. So this can be written as, here a square value we got it as 5. So let us take it here. So 5 square is nothing, 5 square plus d square is equal to 29. So 25 plus d square is equal to 29. So d square is equal to 29 minus 25 is equal to 4. So finally we will get d square is equal to 4, is it not? So d is equal to plus or minus 2. So we got the two values, that is a is equal to 5 here, one value, and d is equal to plus or minus 2. So these are the values we got using these two conditions, that is sum of three numbers and sum of squares of extremes. Once you got these three, a value and d value, we can easily write those three numbers, is it not? First, here d is plus or minus 2. First, let us calculate those numbers, the three numbers at plus 2. That is, if we take a is equal to 5, d is equal to 2, then the three numbers will be a minus d, that is 5. 5 minus 2 is nothing but 3. And here a is 5, a plus d, that is 5 plus 2 is nothing but 7. So these are the three numbers at d equal to 2. If we take a is equal to 5, d equal to minus 2, then the three numbers will be a minus d, that is 5 minus 2. 5 minus into minus 2 is nothing but 5 plus 2, is it not? 5 minus of minus 2 is nothing but 5 plus 2. So this is nothing but 7. So here 7. Next, the middle number is 5. So it is 5. The last number is a plus d. So 5 minus 2 is nothing but 3. So we will get these numbers at a is equal to 5 and d is equal to plus or minus 2. So if they ask for the three numbers, these are the three numbers. 3, 5, 7 at d equal to 2 when the common difference is 2. When the common difference is minus 2, these are the three numbers, 7, 5, 3. Okay, this is the final answer. So whenever they give this type of problem, that is giving two conditions and ask for the numbers, then simply first take the terms, the numbers depending upon the even or odd numbers they have mentioned here. As it is odd, I have taken three numbers. If they give even number, suppose here if they have given sum of 4 numbers, then you have to take the numbers as a minus d, a plus d. These will be same. Only the remaining two terms will be a minus 3d, a plus 3d. This is for 4 terms. That is 4 numbers. Okay, if they give 4 numbers, you will use this and follow the same steps, that is using the conditions. You have to get the value of a and d. Then when you substitute those values here, you will get those numbers. Okay. Now let us see one more problem so that this concept will be very clear to you. Let us go with the next problem. Suppose the problem is given as, if the sum and the product of first 3 terms in an AP, that is arithmetic progression, are 33 and 1155 respectively, then a value of its 11th term is. So here the two conditions are sum of first 3 terms and product of first 3 terms, which is given in the first sentence, is it not? So when they give arithmetic progression and when they doesn't mention the terms, and if there is a necessary for us to take terms, means first we have to concentrate on the number of terms, how many terms we have to take. Here they have mentioned 3 terms. 3 means odd. So we have to take same as we have done for previous problem. That is a minus d, a plus d. Okay. And what they asked to find? Value of its 11th term. So they asked to find the 11th term. To get the 11th term means first we have to find these numbers. Is it not? A is the first term and d is the common difference. So when you find these terms, you will get the first 3 terms. They have given the first 3 terms. When you get the first 3 terms, you can easily find the last term. because we will get the common difference in our hand. We will have common difference in our hand and the first number. So we can easily apply the formula and get the 11th term, is it not? So let us first find the value of A and D using the conditions, that is sum of first three terms and product of first three terms. First let us use sum of first three terms. So these are the three terms. First we have to do the sum of these three terms. When you do the sum of these terms, these three terms, this will be A minus D, A plus D is equal to, the value is given as 33, is it not? So just substitute here, it is 33. So D cancels. So we'll get 3A is equal to 33. So A value is equal to 33 by 3, which is nothing but 11. So we got A value as 11. Now we have to find the D value. So to find the D value we have to use the second condition, that is product of first three terms is 1155. Product means we have to multiply these three terms, is it not? So A minus D into A plus D is equal to 1155. Okay, so this is of the form A minus B into A plus B, is it not? So we can write it as A square minus D square into A is equal to 1155. We got A value as 11. Just substitute here. This becomes 11 square minus D square into 11 is equal to 1155. Let us bring this 11 into 11 to RHS. So this becomes 121. 11 square is nothing but 121 minus D square is equal to 155 by 11 is nothing but 105. Now, so this becomes, bring this 105 to LHS and D square to RHS. Then this becomes D square is equal to 121 minus 105. So this is equal to, it is nothing but 6 and it is 16. So we got D square is equal to 16. So D is equal to plus or minus 4. Square root of 16 is nothing but plus or minus 4, is it not? So we got plus or minus 4. So here we got A value, D value. Now we can easily write the numbers, first three numbers, is it not? So let us do it now. So we got A is equal to 11, D is equal to plus or minus 4. Now we can write those first three terms, is it not? We have A value and D value. So when A is equal to 11, D is equal to plus 4, the first three terms will be 11 minus 4, is it not? A is 11 and D is 4. 11 minus 4 is nothing but 7. In place of A we got 11, so 11 A plus D, that is 11 plus 4 is nothing but 15. Now at A is equal to 11, D is equal to minus 4. We will get 11 minus of minus 4 is nothing but 11 plus 4, which is nothing but 15. Middle number is 11, that is A is 11, and here A minus D, that is 11 minus 4 is nothing but 7. So these are the numbers we got with the first term as 11, A value as 11 and common difference as 4. Okay, these are the three numbers. Now using these numbers we can easily find the T11, is it not? So we have first three terms, 7, 11, 15, 15, 11, 7. So let us first find with D is equal to 4. At D is equal to 4, with common difference 4, the T11 will be using the formula, that is An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. We need T11. 11th term, is it not? So 11th term will be, first term is nothing but, here the numbers are 7, 11, 15. The first number here it is 7. So 7 plus n value is 11 minus 1 into D. Common difference is 4. So this is equal to 7 plus 10 into 4, which is nothing but 7 plus 40 is equal to 47. So at D is equal to 4, T11 value is 47. At D is equal to minus 4, that is when the common difference is minus 4, T11 value, the first term is 15, the next n minus 1, 11 minus 1 is nothing but 10, and common difference we have taken as minus 4. So this is equal to 15 minus, it is nothing but 40. So the number will be, this is equal to minus 25. So whenever they give this type of problem, first we have to find the three numbers using the three numbers, that is, first if they give this type of problem, first we have to check whether they have given even terms or odd terms condition. Here they have given the condition for odd terms. So the middle term as A and remaining two terms as A minus D and A plus D. That is, I have taken the pattern such that the common difference is D, and with the middle term as A. Okay, if they give even means you have to take the number such that the common difference is 2D and middle term should be both A minus D and A plus D. Okay, and using the conditions you have to get the value of A and get the value of D. Once you get the value of A and the common difference, that is, if you get both positive and positive common difference and negative common difference, D value as if you get D value as plus or minus, you will get two different progressions, that is, one with the positive common difference and the other with the negative common difference. If there is only single, that is, if you get common difference as positive or only negative, then you will get only progression related to that common difference. As I have got here both plus and minus, I've got two different progressions such that the common difference is 4, the other common difference is minus 4. Okay, once you get the number, you can easily calculate the required value what they ask to find. Okay, in this way you have to do for this type of problems. Hope you have understood how to select the terms when it is necessary to solve the problems in arithmetic progression. Mostly they will ask, they will give selection of terms in arithmetic progression related to 3 terms. Mostly they will give only problems related to 3 terms. So if they give 3 terms, you can follow the same method. Okay. Please like, share and subscribe Sharda Max Learn Concepts of Mathematics for more videos on more concepts. Thank you.